Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. John Megacycle here. We're in the final round of the AI versus AI Red Alert 3 tournament, best of 3. So far, it's been pretty awesome. I have to admit, a little bit of frustration in some of these matches, but pretty awesome all the same. In our last round, Warren went up against Shinzo and was victorious in both of the matches. Only needed one go at it. So it was 2-0 there. The victor, Warren, is going to go against Moskvin. And yeah, this is the final match. This is going to decide the whole thing. Who's the best AI out of all of them? We determined the best allies, the best Soviets, and the best Empire of the Rising Sun. Now this is going to finish. So let's have at. Pretty standard operations we're going to see here. Barracks, power, refineries, that kind of a thing. Same thing out of Moskvin. Oh, a scan. Okay, interesting. Power, refinery. And then we're going to see probably immediately is the war factory and a crap ton of terror drones that we've seen before. Warren, of course, the early engineer and some dogs to get some scouting going on. Makes perfect sense. Yep, war factory, and then probably a power plant, and then another refinery, just to get things moving. Now, as we've seen with other factions, one of the things that was really powerful when it was Soviet against Soviet is the Soviets do not have the little hovery Healy drones that the Allies do for the war factory. And once a war factory is assembled, I'll give you a show of that. So in order for Allies to, or in order for Soviets to actually repair their units, they need a crusher crane, or it's just a crane. I think crusher crane comes from Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge. The Allies, however, do have repair capabilities. So the terror drone strat becomes less effective. Because all you have to do is take the surveyor, or take the prospector out of the refinery, move it over to the vehicle, repair facility, or the arms, what is it called? The armor factory, whatever. And then boom, the drone is gone. Anyway, Warren with a quick snipe there, getting the resources. So yeah, we're seeing a more defensive, yeah, right here. See these? These are repair drones, the armor facility. So if a terror drone were to pop into here, all this guy has to do is just move over here, get a free heals, and then it's done. Yeah, Warren seems a lot more capable of handling terror drones. The gun that comes on the ACV is just high enough caliber to actually kill it quickly. The scan. So I wonder if Moskvin's going to be doing anything differently throughout this matchup to make this a little more pungent. Or is it just a dozen terror drones and call it a day? Going for the capture up there. Now, this would be a perfect opportunity to kill that engineer, dude. You know, just skeeter. Oh. Maybe you? No? Huh. Yeah. Now? Does no one have any priorities? What's going on? Okay. Quick Riptide ACV rush. Now, when the vehicles are away from home, these drones are going to work pretty good. Ooh, whoops. It's happened to me more than once. My mouse will just grab on. Just take to the skies. Okay, that was some quick work there. So Warren was able to grab the northern oil derrick, and unfortunately for Moskvin, wasn't able to do the same to the south. So as it stands right now, Warren is sitting on all the monies and building an air force. An airbase is perfect against the Soviets right now. I didn't see a lot of flak infantry, and a couple of Vindicators will probably be able to mutz up some of these terror drones pretty quick. We're running away. Okay. Little arson. I wish Giles was here. Because then I could say if this was happening, there's a little bit of arson around. I'm done. Sorry. Moving on. Yep, ACV pack up and roll out. I don't get what happened there. I guess I'm not supposed to know. It's fine. Terror drones are pretty sweet, but they are also quite fragile. So you can't just bull rush them in. You gotta be a little careful with it. And those lasers just go from just anywhere to anywhere, I guess. The Peacekeeper has like a combat shotgun, right? And even up close, it can do pretty good damage against a lightly armored vehicle like the Sickle. When up close, if they moved up just a little bit with the shield. Okay, I was wondering when that was going to happen. Let's do a quick tech check. Expansion already in the southwest. 3rd Harvesting Division, upper right. 3rd Harvesting Division for Warren as well. Not seeing a lot of units come out of the Air Force except this one cryocopter. Which isn't bad. Okay, some bullfrogs. That's good to see out of Moskvin. Not a lot of shenaniganry when it comes to refining. I don't see a lot of people... I don't see the AI picking on each other too much in that regard. A seaport, again, probably not going to be used. I don't know. Oh, there we go. There's our first Vindicator. Was that the engineer? Oh, you cold-hearted jerk. Well done. Well done. Well done. Still, you cold-hearted jerk. And there's that. So this demonstrates exactly what I said earlier. Move it to a repair station, give it a 3 count, and then move it somewhere else. Yeah, fully healed. Like nothing happened. Worked out pretty well for that. Cryocopter's such a jerk. Okay, some tanks. The Guardian tank is always an interesting model. A strong diversion from the medium tank from Command & Conquer, the original. I don't know. It probably looks a lot like a Riddler 2 tank of some kind, but always is interesting to me. Anyway, wanted to bring up, 1 oil derrick has already fallen. Warren already has a couple of tanks, some miscellaneous Air Force. I still count 3 harvesting points, same as Moskvin. Wanting to see a grand push from either side. These Stingrays are pretty good. Decent armor. No real complaints about them. Only thing is, no anti-air. That's kind of one of the funny things. When something shrinks, it apparently moves a lot faster. I don't think that's the case, but I think that's really funny. Okay, most likely refinery going up there next. Yep, if I had to bet. Sentry bombers already, okay. Now the thing is, you're going to get a lot more damage if you do power plant barracks like this, since they're right next to each other. The sentry bomber also leads a lot. If you target a small structure like a power plant that's only a 2x2, the first 3 bombs miss. All the time. The first 3 bombs are just a wash. So if you can attack in a line, meaning tell the sentry bomber to move down here, right about here, and then tell it to attack here, the line will hit the barracks instead, and that way you won't waste any bombs. Okay, some Stingray action. Another refinery. Another refinery. Okay. We're kicking off well into the mid-game of this matchup. Sentry bomber going out. Yeah. When everyone has 3 or 4 refineries set up, Wow, our first multi-gunner turret. Interesting. That'll provide a proper amount of air support. Or anti-air, I should say. Oh, gosh. Yeah, drop the bombs there, see what happens. Okay, well, that was a good shot there. Didn't get too banged up. Oh. Oh, was that it? Oh, lame. Tanya already on the field, that's early. I'd love to see Natasha. Oh, the battle lab is just coming online. That's unfortunate. Okay, see exactly what I mean? First two bombs, complete miss. Just a complete miss. Ooh, what's this? Airfield, okay. Some twin blades would be really interesting right about now. There's a lot of not anti-air going on. Oop. There's so much action to be had. It's kind of hard to lose a sentry bomber, but it's also pretty easy to lose a sentry bomber. 5:45 on the clock for our first proton collider. Now that Warren's kind of getting a bit of a groove here, it's kind of uncanny with how quickly he's spinning up his proton collider. Moskvin still doing pretty well. That airfield was a nice tech jump. I thought we saw a battle lab right there. Okay. I would honestly love to see this be won on a ground offensive. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's enough bullfrogs to shred. To absolutely shred sentry bombers now. Oh yeah, Tanya can just blow up a vehicle. Nice. Oh, crafty, crafty, crafty. Oh, and MiGs are on the field. Okay. Did she die? I think she died. MiGs are going to be a really nice shutdown procedure for the sentry bombers. I think the tide is really turning in Moskvin's favor if he can really leverage those bullfrogs. Shuts down a lot of Warren's offensive capability. Yeah, just done. Just absolute dunnage. Okay, a Sputnik. Going where? Oh, hopefully over here to get more resources. 5 bullfrogs. That is crazy overkill. Yep. I think we've got the rock, paper, scissors thing figured out for the aircraft. Now, a bunch of hammer tanks, some apocalypse tanks, Natasha. Yeah, absolutely. Twin blades? That would do it. Now, where did the bullfrogs go? The bullfrogs needed to hang tight, and now they're just gone. But yeah, this is where the twin blades absolutely excel. Go in, deal a ton of damage, and then just leave. You can get a lot done with those rockets. Those rockets are terrifyingly good. The chain gun I could give or take. However, the rockets... Mwah, amazing. Magnifique. The heck? Oh, Apollos. Okay. We can get really dangerous. Yep, expansion point there. We can get really, really dangerous when it comes to aerial combat is trade-offs. Is you start trading off the enemy for units and damage, and then the problem is when it becomes more serious, it starts to just become expensive, and then it devolves back into an economic battle. So if I'm losing a plane that's worth 1,200 and they're losing a plane that's 1,200, how many planes can I get up in the sky? And if the answer is not as many as them, that was a waste of a MiG. If the answer is not as many as them, then that's not a worthwhile spend of money. Oof. Especially if you can't get the job done, you're just losing sentry bombers left and right. That's a little worse. That's a little worse. Okay. Really starting to think Moskvin's got this on lock. Wow. Just so much allied hardware being turned to scrap. Why is everyone sliding? Okay, that was interesting. Yeah, they're still happening. Look at this. I think I've been playing the game too long. I think the game needs a breather. Alright, we have some MiGs. We have a bunch of land offensive, which is what I wanted to see. The Allies are getting a lot of free damage with their Air Force, which isn't unexpected. Let's do a quick economy count. I count 4 refineries for Warren. I count 5 refineries for Moskvin. That's good to see. Interesting take. Interesting take. Minute 15 for that proton collider. Something better be good. Because one wallop, I'd probably say like right here, take out these 2 things. That's a huge thorn. Or even down here. Yeah. That's where I'd put it. It's important to see the big picture of the big battle, of the war, right? But each individual battle has its own pretense as well. Like I said before, the big wars are sexy, right? You get a bunch of tanks, you get a whole battalion, squads of infantry, blah blah blah. That's all great. But even little scraps like this, if that Stingray could take out a couple of units, and it did, that might change the event of this battle that's about to happen. So it's really important. I'm trying to catch as much of the action as possible, make sure that we go to every danger point. Oh yeah, that unit is toast. That unit is toast. Moskvin is just dominating the Air Force without actually using much of an Air Force. Proton Collider in 1 second. If I were me, either here or down there. Yep. Huh. Did a lot less damage than I would have thought, but whatever. A couple of these Mirage tanks should shred the hammers pretty well. Literally like 4 or 5 twin blades, and this entire battle's different. Seeing a battle attempt was made there and there, but it all dissolved or whatever. Did all of Warren's forces just retreat like chickens? Whatever is left of it retreated, yeah. We're kind of getting close to the point again. I really think if Moskvin formed up a couple of proper troops and attacked, I think this might be a different story. He lost his airfield, though. More bullfrogs. Yeah, it's probably a good call if you don't know what to spend it on. Okay, it's probably just a Vindicator, yeah. I don't see any Apollos. Anything big? That's pretty big. Yep, I call that pretty big. If anything, it's at least a bit of a repair bill, and it delays some ore processing. I don't know. I still think like 2 or 3 Kirovs would drastically change the way this runs. Kirovs are really expensive. They're vulnerable. They're a little needy, which is, you know, understandable. Did that have a sniper tower? That didn't look like a regular minigun tower. Oh, this one Mirage tank is gonna clean house. Or could have cleaned house. Or still can clean house? I don't know why it's retreating. Oh, you fool. You foolish fool. Oh well. Yep, and Warren's back in the airplane game. Ooh, that Vindicator made it out barely alive. 3 minutes 15 on the clock for another Proton Collider. These structures are still repairing. Wow. Honestly, if it were me, I still would have picked that spot down below, down southwest, where there's the Sputnik. Oh, Sputnik got sold. So power refinery and naval yard. If it were me, that would be exactly where I'd hit it. A little stupid at how often it keeps switching off its gap generator, but whatever. It keeps flipping between the destroyed template and the field template and the tree template. That's funny. Okay, back to the action. A MiG got goosed. A bunch of very high-level vehicles are simply running away. That makes sense. Man, all these mini-battles happening. It's really difficult to decide what to commentate on. I'm almost just enjoying just watching the show, because I'm not too sure what to say. Each of these players still have a pretty decent foothold on economics until this happens. Yep, that's a big hole in Moskvin's bank account. Yep, Terror Drone got that. Yep, the MiGs are just paying bills. The MiGs are really good. Not so much in generals, they were kind of crap. But they do some pretty proper damage here, which makes them much more worthwhile. Allies exercising and flexing that naval muscle, clearing out a little bit to the south. Apollo versus MiG, what would win? I'm very confident those were on two different promotion levels. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4 mines for Moskvin. 1, 2, 3, 4 mines for Warren. And another proton collider in 25 seconds. It's difficult to get a full shot of it that would pay for itself on the first shot. Second shot probably definitely is paid for itself. Especially if you can get a bunch of units or a bunch of power plants grouped together or something. Make that count, you know? There it is. Interesting. Okay. Well, instead of using that proton collider to soften them up and attack, now you're just backing up. Okay, you know what? That'll probably do it. That did it. Moskvin is being slowly backed into a corner here. I see 2 Vindicators and an Apollo. Not bad so far. Man, when this started off, I was like pretty convinced. I'm like, Warren's got this on lock. It's all the AI, right? The AI's got this on lock. Warren was built a little bit better than all the others or whatever. I'm pretty willing to sign off on that after I saw him beat the crap out of Lisette. But now, I'm kind of thinking it's just really dumb random luck. Like, maybe if I roll the dice 100 times, Warren versus Moskvin, maybe Moskvin wins, like, 62, 65, 70% of the time? I don't know. But some of this kind of feels like some weird, dumb luck that this is happening for Warren. Come on, dude. 2, 4, 6, 8 Mirage tanks. Attack move. Hit the letter A on your robot keyboard. click the other end of the map and murdicate. Get your murder on. Cash bounty, that's fairly optimistic. Wow! You killed the Tesla Trooper and you got the Mirage Tank. Well done. That's effing teamwork. What the heck is happening there? Is a bit of the refinery debris on top of the... I'm gonna say yes. Okay, yep. This is less of a demonstration of tactics and strategy, and far more of a battle of attrition. Like, just wait him out until there's no more oh my god. Get how much money just got lost there? Like $8,000. Holy crap. Hey, it was... right. This is less a demonstration of tactics and skill and strategy, and this is just turning more into, when the money all gone, who win. That's all this is now. I guess the AI just doesn't really know how to come back from a first particle cannon that killed a reactor, and then a second particle, or proton collider. Gosh, particle... Right, too much generals. You know what game I'm talking about. It's just weird how much the AI just kind of does this back, forth, almost kind of floundering sort of a thing. It's a little sad. Oop, happened again. Yep, that makes sense. It's the only production structure alive. Yep, and there's no more money to rebuild this. It undeploys, it gets bombarded. Even the dogs are here to celebrate. And that's that. Oh, it deployed. Oh, that was weird. I was like, that sound was not a normal sound. Okay. That was probably I think that was the longest match we've had. Resources. Really close. Really close. Moskvin actually got a little ahead there for a little bit. That's the kind of match that I enjoy most. I don't like a complete blast out of the water, right? I like a bit of a competition. So let's switch roles. That's Warren 1, Moskvin 0. We're still talking best of 3, so let's see how this flies. Hoping to see, like, a comeback from Moskvin. Really see if we can get this going on, you know? And same deal here. Power plant, refinery, war factory, whatever. And I'm expecting to see a war factory next. For all the drones. Yep. All the drones. I really wish it was easy to tweak AI. I would love to see... I'm sure it's just a bunch of if statements... a slew of while statements, and just some very stuff like, there's 5 things you always need to check every 10 seconds, or something. Where stuff is, what you're doing, how it's being done, and like enemy threats in certain areas or something, right? And then when it comes down to it, you have an order of operations or a build order to which dictates what you're concentrating on. It's like when we start to see some of these players, how do we know it's going to be power plant, refinery, war factory, power plant, refinery, right? It's a build order. It's always going to be the same. But what I'd love to see out of Moskvin before he gets... Holy crap, are those sickles? He's not going terror drone this time. Do I have this right? Holy crap. That's an upset. If he attacks right now, he's got it. Right? Because Warren doesn't have ACVs out quite yet. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we might have something here. Yeah, if you attack full bore with all those, crank out some engineers, get some stuff on the deploy, I think you might really have something. Wow. Just all in with this. Shut down Warren's economy a little bit on the early. That's ballsy. Not going to try to capture it for yourself? Also ballsy. Now, will you take any damage? Nope. Okay. They can still fire backwards while they're giving chase. Oh, counterattack. Okay, an engineer is going where? Very seriously, the structure you want to capture has been destroyed. Okay, good work. Good work. Oh, just flee jump over there. Get it done. Now, looks like Warren's going to get the finder's fee on a second. Yep. Which means that cost him nothing to deploy out that aggressively. Okay, this is a conga line. A, that's a problem. B, the most damaged unit is up front. Get him in the back. You can still deal plenty of damage in the back. The damage philosophy changes from RTS game to RTS game as well. Oh, wow. Did get one in on Warren. It's not going to be a problem once it gets in there. Blizzard games, for example, if you have a Marine, let's say for StarCraft, a Marine with 1 health or a Marine with 50 health deal the same damage. Command & Conquer is the only series that I know of these kinds of games that when a unit is damaged, you can tell. It moves slower, or what are other... I don't know if they fire slower or what, but you can tell when a unit is damaged. I think they do fire slower. I think they are less combat effective, and you can tell. So, having a unit that's damaged, put him in the back. It's more important you put him in the back. And like I said, if you've got 10 Marines and 2 of them have 1 hit point, put them in the back. They'll do the exact same damage, but you'll greatly increase your DPS by having more units alive. Yep, see, that was a waste. One thing I'd love to see is if you can put terror drones in your own units and have them repair. I think that would be a really cool twist. I mean, this has been non-stop aggressive. Moskvin was able to take this oil derrick. He was also able to move to his 3rd expansion, as was Warren. I've been so inundated with the battles that have been going on, I have not been paying attention to the economic fight. So, quick recap there. Bum. Airfield for Moskvin. Yeah, not enough. That caliber of gun is enough, but yeah, this is what makes it work. You give him the stone cold stunner, and then you move in and take it. Oh, the first time we've seen the frickin' Riptide ACV being used properly as a transport for engineers, or any transport. I think Moskvin might really have something here with all the sickles. I just want to double check one more time. Okay, because this is really starting to smell like some Oleg stuff. Like, honestly, some Oleg shenaniganry. A single ACV. A Sputnik, huh? Well, I'm not too good with the Pokemans, but I don't think that's gonna fly too well. What else do we have? Oh, we already have Vindicators. I can see the shadow if I could ever find the frickin' vehicle. There it is. That took forever and a day. Yep, hitting the Harvester is always a safe bet. That's 9 of 10 times what the AI is going to do if it doesn't really have a good battle plan yet. Okay, Warren took that over. Moskvin takes it back. Moskvin being a right pain in the butt. And then, of course, the Apollos. So you can kind of see that this game has a proper, like, escalation plan, too. The AI is smart enough to know, okay, that's happening. I need this to retaliate. Like, it does kind of have a bit of an order of operations. Sometimes it's just dumb about it, though. Okay, Warren has 1, 2, 3 expansions. Moskvin has 1, 2, 3, 4 going up right there. Warren's working on number 4 right here for himself. Oh, those Apollos are just gonna, yeah, just shredicate. Just shredify. We have a loose engineer here. Are you gonna use him like a transport again? Because that would be awesome. No, you're gonna break dance. Okay. Are you wearing a bowler's cap? Interesting. Learn something new every day. If you click on the engineer, does he reply with governor? Or how does this work? Aw, you just let a perfectly good engineer bite the durst. There's so many stupid Apollos. Now it's like, build a unit, I dare you. Okay. Warren's struggling getting that 4th refinery online. So of all the allied AIs, only Giles will build multiple airports. Wow, are you serious? Look at the guts on this guy. Hey, keep firing. What are you doing? Moskvin doing a fair job with the aircraft, but... Oh, no, no. Bring like 4 MiGs. Don't bring 1 MiG. Air Force is particular because it signifies a strong investment, and you have to really bring it. You can't just bring in like a MiG and be like, yeah, this will be enough. You have to doth bring it. Wow, that was amazing. We have some... Yep. Every single aerial engagement has about 6 seconds, 8 seconds to live, and then immediately gets grinched. It's incredible. Alright, super reactor for technology here for over Moskvin. I don't see anything else. For the allies, I would probably expect to see a defense bureau within the next 2 minutes. And then 2 minutes after that, most likely allied super weapon. Huh, some pretty good work being done with these hammer tanks. And the rebuttal is a Mirage tank. Did Dorks just walk into that on purpose? Or, like, what happened? Okay, interesting. Yeah, you can just shred twin blades without a lot of effort. Okay, still trying to make an affront at this refinery. Yep, and what an affront that was. I was really rooting for Moskvin because of the changeover to sickles. But the problem is, there's been so many terrible aircraft decisions thus far, I don't think it's gonna work. Oh no, Bubba! Dolphins, wow. They'll retreat. Apollos move in. Clean house. Continue the assault. Starting to see some defenses pop up, which is interesting. Have not seen... Oh, there's a defense bureau. And that is moving way too fast for a proton collider. Oh, some actual base defense. Interesting, yeah. Don't see that too often. As we've seen in some of our other matches, they just don't show up. And you don't need to guard every single inch of your base, but like, you know, 1 or 2 defenses around your power plants. Pans out pretty well. Okay. Moskvin still has 3 income streams plus the derrick. Yep, that's going to get removed from play very quickly. Stone cold. Oh! Did he lose all 3 Apollos? Holy crap. That's a game changer. That changed the paradigm a little bit. What I'm confident is going to happen is Warren's going to switch over to Sentry Bomber. But still, that's a lot of money just got poo-pooed. I was going to say Hammerhead versus Guardian, who's going to win, but hard to... Yep, called it. Man, I don't get that about the AI. Like, all this screwing around, just zigzagging. Just attack something. Attack... Okay, you're attacking the thing you should have attacked before anyway. And now you're going to get kabang-bang because you're flying over an enemy base. What a waste of money. Ugh. Frustrated. Okay, so Warren took this back. It is now instantly getting blitzed by enemy forces. Not a big surprise. Yep. Saw that coming. Ooh, we got a lot of fake trees. It's good to know the surroundings of a map because these 3 brown trees are fake. Yep. You see a lot of green? Do you see any brown trees? You see any... See any brownish trees anywhere? You kind of don't. Little yellow ones, but those were distinctly brown to me. Yeah, just get an idea of what your environment is. And I know that's a little difficult to memorize every chunk of the map, but you kind of just take a look. We're in a tropical area. Shouldn't be a lot of deciduous brown trees, right? Or maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Yeah, what's happening here? Okay, we're starting to see a bit of a push with Warren. I saw Tanya. I completely missed it. 345 for our Proton Collider. Say our Proton Collider like it's mine. It is not mine. I don't think Moskvin's going to have enough stuff to make this work. The Tanya and the Athena alone are going to be pretty impressive. And the second I say that, Tanya runs away. Good stuff. Take out 2 of the refineries. That's going to be a huge hurt locker worth of pain. What is the deal? Attack or don't? And sentry bombers, of course. Yep. Tanya came, blew up 1 structure and left. Not too sure I'd call that worth it. Not too sure I would call that worth it. Mirage tanks come in, blow up nothing and run away. Not too sure I'd call that worth it. None of these units can do anything about this. I don't know why they backed up to defend. Oh, that made no sense. Yeah, the amount of wanton destruction here with how much vehicle firepower superiority Warren has. This is kind of a done deal. Okay, now you came back and decided you want to blow it up. Neat. Did you just bomb Tanya? Kind of? Wow. Rude. Tanya, don't do that. Holy crap. That doesn't hurt her? That's interesting. Wiped out everything else, so Tanya's just gonna have to finish this up, I guess. There's a bunch of stuff over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This concludes the tournament, really. I don't see how Moskvin can come back with just a refinery, and I don't think Warren's gonna wait a minute to use his proton collider. So, that's it. The best of the best AI of Red Alert 3 is going to go to Warren as the award. So thank you all for joining me. My name is John Megacycle. This is a fun, different take on a tournament that I haven't seen anywhere yet. Just let the AI just go to town, see who's the best. This was interesting. This was interesting. Is this canon? I don't know. Like I said before, maybe if we roll the dice 100 times, Moskvin wins 65 of those times. I don't know. But from what I saw today, we had a fairly even matchup with this one. I do believe that we found the best of the best AI. We mashed it together, and for whatever reason, Warren came out on top. So, thank you all for joining me. My name's John Megacycle. That concludes my little AI versus AI tournament, and I want to thank you again for joining me, and I hope to catch you next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.